It is about this election that we're going to bring back the Commander Elvis. Commander Elvis. Yes, looking at the upcoming elections, we want to ask what is set in place to ensure that the elections doesn't take place in Ambazonia, based on the fact that it has been said time and time again that the election, the La Republic election, is a non-event in Ambazonia. What would you say about the election and things being put in place to ensure that it is a non-event in Ambazonia?
Thank you very much, Star, again for that question. Amazonia, as of now, is at a maximum state of alert. We have already informed our population that this election period from La Republic is going to be very detrimental. We have warned any electoral personnel that plan to participate in any way, shape, or form that their coming to Amazonia is actually an act of war. So we are prepared to receive them however they come. For that, our population, who are our number one line of defense, are being advised to stock food during this period because there's a potential for lockdown. We have also informed our Amazonian State Army who have been carrying out drills, making sure that any passage that could be used, any routes that could be used by those perpetrators is properly marked and actually making sure that they have no access into any Ambazonia territory in Ambazonia to sing praises to Paul Biya. These are just a few of those preparations that have taken place. Now, there are other strategic planifications that I cannot disclose, but keep in mind that we are at war and we would always make sure that we use this element of surprise to strike our enemy. And for that, we are very certain that the Amazonian State Army is capable. They have prepared, they're more trained, and they're equipped and ready for any task that La Republic bring on their way. We are very confident in our resolve to make sure that the Amazonia is hitch-free of any elections brought about by La Republic, our neighboring country. Over to you, Star.
Commander Elvis, could you re-emphasize to Ambazonians why the Ambazonian State Army is putting up this front during the colonial election? Because you've given a glimpse of what the election day coming up this October would be like for all Ambazonians and what the ASA, the Ambazonian State Army, is set out to do. Why do they have to carry out these measures? And why is it important that Ambazonians boycott this election day?
Okay, thank you again. As you know, this election represents La Republic's governance structure encroaching into our territory. It's through these means that they continue to legitimate an octagonal president, somebody who should be leading people to their graves. But yet they try to project him as a leader. Ambazonians had rejected the leadership of La République du Cameroon. We are an independent country. We do have our own states. We do have our capital. We have our government. So we are not under any influence from La République du Cameroon. We do have our armed forces, which are the Ambazonian State Army, and they are the enforcers of the regulations within Ambazonia. They have been called upon to make sure that no foreign entity from La République du Cameroon carries out any election activities in Ambazonia. If anybody is hoping or willing to participate in elections in La République du Cameroon, they are free to leave Ambazonia and go to Yaoundé and carry on their election activities over there. In the territory of Ambazonia, in all 13 counties, all 61 edges, elections from La République du Cameroon are banned. And just like we would implement a lockdown, hopefully, as a last resort. But for now, we are informing our population that this has nothing to do with Ambazonia. You could have some English speaking people that have gone over to La Republique and would like to run in and become presidents of that country, they are free to go over there and do whatever they want to do. But as long as the territory of Amazonia is concerned, we have our constitution, we have our own rules and regulations, and La Republique has no authority over our people. So for that, we would not allow any sham elections to take place in our territory. We have called on all the Amazonian State Army to be on the maximum state of alert. And that is why you see the county drafts are ongoing to make sure that we replenish their pockets, make sure they have what it takes to complete the task. It is a daunting task, we understand, but so are we determined to make sure that we fight till the last man standing, even if some of us fall along the way. We are determined to keep going until we see the final bus step, which is us arriving in Boya and raising our flag high and tall. So thank you again for that question. And I think that explains why we are fighting all the way.
Much explains what these times are going to be like in Amazonia and the very important reason why. Thank you so much, Commander Elvis, for joining in on Daunted tonight and sharing your insight with us. Thank you for joining in.
Okay, you're welcome.